Back for more encounter quests in normal space in Second Galaxy? Good. Let's get started. If you are looking for a specific encounter, you can use the timestamps in the description. In this first encounter, a group of rebel soldiers are occupying a capital ship. Because you are neutral, it is your task to negotiate with them. The government contact tells you that the government will agree to the rebels' request as soon as they leave the capital ship. The rebel representative is very happy to hear that, and he and his men leave the capital ship. But as soon as the rebels are gone, the government moves in and takes over the capital ship and starts it up in preparation to fire its super cannon at the rebel fleet. The rebel representative asks for your help. He suggests you take over a nearby gunnery unit. At this point, you can choose to take him up on his suggestion, or you could opt to attack the capital ship head on. And those are the only options you get. I guess you can no longer stay neutral. If you chose to attack the capital ship itself, the government ships near it will start to attack you. Focus your fire on the capital ship, because as soon as you take down its shields, the government ships will back off and you win the encounter. If you have a ship with a powerful super weapon, you could take out the shield with one shot, ending this encounter quickly. However, if you can't take it down quickly, you have to tank 5 government ships, which may be too much to handle. In that case, you should pick the safer option to go for the gunnery unit. Here you only have to fight 2 government ships, and after you kill them, you can activate the guns, which will take down the capital ship's shields. Either way, the rebels will reward you for your help. In the next encounter, CSF engineer Dalat tells you that robots are hacking and then destroying the warehouses one by one. In order to stop them, you have to upload a security program to the warehouses that the robots are in. All the warehouses are connected with pipelines, however, which means that if you are not fast enough, the robots will spread to the other warehouses. When you arrive at the warehouses, 3 of them that contain robots will become interactable, and a countdown timer of 30 seconds will start. You have to interact with all 3 warehouses before the timer runs out. If you can manage to do this, you win this encounter. If you fail to activate any in time, the robots will destroy that warehouse and spread to the other warehouses, and a new timer will start. If all warehouses are destroyed, you fail the encounter and get nothing. So make sure your ship is built for speed. This is especially important if you have to do this mission in a battle cruiser or battleship, because these ships are usually very slow. The next encounter is real easy if you manage to keep a cool head and just salvage all the encrypted storage bin, without shooting at the enemies that pop up. So, don't turn on auto combat and keep your finger off the trigger. Loot the 4 bins and you are done. After you loot the first bin, an auto-eliminator ship will show up. Don't worry, he's still far away and he moves slow. Also, after each bin you loot, they will spawn 2 defense gunnery units that start shooting at you immediately. If you are foolish enough to shoot them, you have to destroy them completely before you can loot another bin. But if you stay cool and don't engage them, you can loot the next bin even though the gunnery units are shooting at you. So use a ship that is fast and tanky, and this encounter will be a cakewalk. Next up, the search for the fugitive. In this encounter, you have to investigate a prison break and find the fugitive. After you investigate the prison, you somehow determine that the fugitive stole a ship and flew to a nearby asteroid belt. You will be automatically warped to this asteroid belt where you will find the aptly named Tim the Fugitive. I guess with a name like that he didn't have much choice. Anyway, he tells you that he has a chip with information that proves that the warden is corrupt. Tim offers you the chip if you let him go. Here you get the option to agree and let him go, or disagree and let the prison officer take him back to the warden. If you disagree, the prison officer will capture the fugitive and you all warp back to the prison where the warden says he will execute the fugitive for trying to escape. At this point you get no choice but have to fight both the warden and the prison officer to prevent the execution. Afterwards you get a big reward. If you chose to agree to let the fugitive go, the prison officer will start to attack you and you have to kill him so Tim can escape. Afterwards, the warden will give you your reward in exchange for the data chip. The next encounter is real easy, barely an inconvenience. It's a shooting competition, where you are put in a space with 8 targets. Another competitor in a different space will also get 8 targets. You just have to shoot down your 8 targets first to get your reward. In this encounter, the targets won't shoot back and are fairly close together. So if you fly to the middle of them, you could stop your ship and take them all down from the spot. So no need for defense or speed, just build your ship for pure damage for this encounter. It would be nice if you could actually see what your opponent is doing, but you can't. The only thing you can see is a scoreboard on top of the screen that tells you how many targets you took out and how many targets your opponents took out. In the next encounter, you respond to an SOS signal from a starbase. When you arrive, 2 nomads are attacking the base. Take them out. Afterwards, interact with the base. It seems that more nomads are coming to attack and you have to hold out until reinforcements arrive. A countdown timer of 75 seconds starts. You have to hold out until then. When you take out the next wave of nomads, suicide bombers will attack and you have to take them out before they reach the base. When the reinforcements arrive, help them take out any stragglers, and then you get your reward. In this next encounter, you have to rescue 2 agents from an organization called Underground Passage. This organization aims to free slaves and abolish slavery. The agents are trapped near a commercial port bar. When you arrive at the scene, you are greeted by your contact, Mr. Humphrey. Afterwards, interact with the hideout to free the agents. At this point, it turns out Mr. Humphrey was a spy for the slavers, and the commercial port police was waiting for the agents to come out of hiding. 4 police ships will start to attack the agents. Mr. Humphrey recognizes one of the agents he had a history with. He immediately regrets his treason and decides to help you take down the police. After they are defeated, you get your reward. Here you have to help Dr. Lawrence investigate an asteroid belt, which is rumored to contain Watson's lost technology. Just follow Dr. Lawrence. At 4 different spots, Dr. Lawrence will stop to investigate. At each stop, there is a possibility that enemies will show up which you have to defeat to proceed. However, it's also possible that no enemies will show up and you will proceed automatically after Lawrence finished his investigation. In this instance, I got lucky and no enemies showed up at all. The funny thing is, Dr. Lawrence's dialogue will be the same no matter what. At some point here, he says, "If not for you, we would have died here." What a drama queen. Anyway, that was the last encounter I wanted to show you in this video. Thanks for watching. Check out my other encounter guides for more info on the encounters you can find in Second Galaxy. The links are in the description.